Whoever makes the best Easter egg wins. Today, I invited 4 friends and we're going to compete to see who can create the best Easter egg on the planet. In the end, Larissa will judge which one is best, evaluating the appearance, the taste, and of course the surprise inside. And the winner will have their Easter egg sold all over Brazil.
And you will have to make the egg in 4 stages. The first stage is the design. You will need to plan out your egg. The second stage is making the egg itself. It's very important that the chocolate is really delicious. The third stage will be the surprise gift. You can create the surprise however you like. And the fourth and final stage is the packaging. That's what will wrap the egg, so it also needs to be very beautiful. By the way, the sheets for you to start your drawings are right here. You can begin.
I need to consider each detail of my Easter egg now. I'm planning to make an Easter egg with the channel's theme. Unlike traditional eggs that put the surprise inside, my surprise is the cup, which will be part of the overall aesthetic of my finished egg.
For my egg, I thought of a packaging that's different from the usual. So basically, what I'm gonna do is make a really big giant egg shape, just like this. And then I wrote right in the middle of it, guys, creamy Easter egg. Okay, Jesse. Now I'm going to use this black marker here to outline it and make it look much nicer.
For my egg, obviously I thought of something more gothic. I was thinking of making those eggs in a really gourmet, very Victorian style box. So to start, I'm going to begin by making the box.
For my Easter egg, I had an idea to do something fiery that reminds me of my red hair. I'll make it explosive and innovative, starting with the egg, and it has to be big. It took a little while to sketch it out, but to make the drawing look nicer and to keep the lines from smudging when I color it in, I'm going to go over it with a black marker. Just take a look at how much contrast the marker gives. Now it's time for us to color our egg, and I'm going to start by coloring the tip of it red, which is the channel's most traditional color.
I finished outlining it, and honestly, guys, it turned out really different, and I liked it a lot. Now I need to give it some color. I thought a lot before choosing my color, and I decided it's going to be pink, guys, because I want a really cute egg.
I'm finishing up the final details of my gourmet eggs packaging. And look how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. So now with my sketch finished, I'm going to go over it with a marker to make the lines neat and know exactly where I'll be coloring.
I'm going to add a few more fire details, and that's it. Here's my Easter egg packaging. This is the flaming Easter egg of Bill Maledettais, featuring fire details and my character below. And now I'm going to color it using orange and yellow to represent the fire. Let's start with this orange color, and I'll begin coloring up here.
Honestly, detailing is a lot of work, but my egg is turning out beautiful. In this lower part with gray details is where the prize cup goes, and the packaging must keep it visible. Now for the final touches, and my egg will be done.
I think I made a really great choice with the colors because they matched so well, and it really looks like me.
I'm now working on finishing up all of the very last details. I'm coloring in both my hair and my clothes, which, as you can clearly see, are perfectly black. You can see that I even did my famous little sleeves. Take a close look right here at these iconic bat sleeves of mine.
Look how it's turning out. With lots of details, it'll be colorful soon. It's ready. It took a bit, but finally this is my finished eggs model. Later, when I put this into the computer, I can tweak details and add things missing here. But this is the base I'll follow.
I'm done. This is how my Easter egg model turned out. Now I'm gonna use this packaging as inspiration to actually make my egg and make it really creamy, just like it says here.
My sketch ended up turning out like this. I also want to incorporate some details during assembly, but this is the base I'll follow.
With my project is all finished, here's how it looks, and now it's ready to print.
With the egg ideas ready, now we needed to take them off the paper and start working with the chocolate. In my opinion, this part is vital because flavor counts for a lot of points. I'm not going to make anything up or try mixing one chocolate with another. Some trend of wanting to make a chocolate with filling. I'm going to make my egg using some simple regular chocolate. So the first step is going to be simply melting this bar. And for that, I need to break it down into smaller pieces. This is very important so my chocolate doesn't burn when melting. Now with the chocolate chopped, I'm going to use this pan to melt it in a double boiler.
I've already chopped my chocolate, but I think it's a little too light. I want a more gothic chocolate, so it has to be much darker than just a light brown. It has to be black. And for that, I'm going to dye it with black coloring. Let's add it right over here so it gets really dark and gothic. Now yes, that is absolutely perfect. It's the color and texture I wanted. I'm going to pour the chocolate up to about this specific line right here, and then I'll press it down with the other part of the mold. So our chocolate egg turns out absolutely absolutely perfect. I think that's a good amount. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and now we just wait for it to harden.
For my egg, I'll start with white chocolate. I'll pop it in the microwave to melt a bit, and it has to be fast. And our melted chocolate turned out like this. And the color of my egg must be yellow. I'll use this yellow food coloring to color my chocolate. Now, with these egg molds, I'm going to pour the chocolate to this mark right here, look. And now, with this other part of the mold, you literally just fit it like this, and let's put it in the fridge.
Since I decided to make a basically cute egg, guys, I'm going to need this white chocolate because I'm going to make my egg pink. To color my chocolate, guys, I already grabbed this vibrant pink food coloring. And I'm going to add a small little bit in here, just like this. And it turned out this shade here, guys. Honestly, it was the perfect pink. I grabbed this size of mold here. I think it's going to be ideal. Alright guys, and now I just need to carefully place this chocolate right here, in the middle. And guys, I'm going to keep swirling it like this, see? Because that way it covers the whole mold and makes a really nice layer. I filled my whole mold, guys. Now I'm going to put it in the freezer.
Since the prize is outside the egg, I'll make the egg a little smaller. Size to fit right on top of a cup. That way, with the prize on display, it enhances the whole egg's look. From what I understand, we start by adding our chocolate, and I can't put too much so it doesn't get too thick or too little so it doesn't get too thin and break. Now we want to make sure the egg is the perfect thickness so it turns out just right and looks really beautiful when we unmold it later on. Look, I think it worked out great. I think it turned out great. Now, with our chocolate already in the mold, we have to leave it here in the fridge for a few minutes. And then I'll have to repeat this process one more time to make 2 halves of the egg.
Wait for the egg to be ready. I had already bought this fondant and it was already black. So since I want my egg to be very Victorian, very Gothic, I'm going to use it and this little mold here to make some details and decorate our Gothic egg. So I'm going to carefully shape this fondant so it fits perfectly into our mold, and then you just firmly press it in. And now I'm going to slowly unmold it, and look how incredibly beautiful it turned out. I think I'm going to make 2 or 3 more, but in a different shape. I decided to use another mold to make it a little more different. And my decoration is ready. I am now going to put these lovely flowers right here in the middle, and the warm heat from the chocolate itself will melt and stick them here. And that's how our Gothic egg beautifully turned out. I really need to be extremely cautious to make sure the edges are perfectly aligned with each other and together. Our Gothic egg is ready.
And that's how our egg ended up. And now it's time to decorate the egg with my creative artistic skills. And I'm really going to try to recreate my fire just like this. I think it's gonna look really cool and eye-catching. And there you have it! And that's how my flaming egg ended up. Wow, it turned out really colorful and cool.
My eggshell is finally ready, guys, and just look how perfectly it turned out. Now, my friends, I need to start filling it up. And I'm going to start, guys, by putting this white brigadeiro right here at this end. The white brigadeiro pot turned out just like this. Now, guys, I'm going to add the strawberry one here. I'm going to start right next to the white one and do it in the same shape. How beautiful. Honestly, guys, I even feel like eating it just like this. What a wonderful smell. But guys, to finish, I set aside a little bit of this white brigadeiro mixture to make 2 little balls. And my little balls turned out like this, guys. But so they do not look plain like this, I am going to roll them in pink sprinkles, and that is it. I have finished my egg, guys. Just look at how wonderful this is. I think it turned out perfect.
It took a little while, but finally the sides of our egg are already hard. And now I have to unmold it very carefully so it doesn't break. And look at this, guys. The first side of our egg is already completely done. I did exactly the same process that I used to make the first half of our egg. And now if it doesn't break, we literally have both halves. In a traditional egg, we would leave it open to put the surprise inside later, but since my surprise is going to be on the outside, we can kind of already try to stick the 2 halves together. Don't try this at home, but to stick one egg to the other, I'm going to heat up a knife a little and melt the edges so they stick together more easily. It took a while, but my chocolate egg is finally ready. I don't even want to keep touching or holding it so it doesn't break or melt. With the chocolates ready, let's move on to the next step. The surprises. As you know, the surprise for my egg is a cup. Leotinho, that's a lame surprise. Don't ever say that again. The cup I want to create is almost like a magic cup. It's going to be a great surprise in an Easter egg. And to make the cup the way I want, I have these 3D printers here. And I'm going to print a cup size to match the Easter egg so it fits perfectly on top. I've sent the model we want to print to the printer, and we just need to get it started. Since this printer is simple, our cup was ready very quickly. And now, with our beautiful cup ready, We're literally going to turn this cup into a magic cup.
I decided that the surprise inside my Easter egg will be a beaded bracelet because I have a lot of materials to make my own bracelet. I decided to alternate, guys, some white beads and some pink ones. And now I saw that I have several bunny options, so I'm going to put one here on my bracelet. All done, guys. This is how my bracelet turned out. I think it turned out really cute and it matches my pink Easter egg.
To make the surprise, I first need to make the box. Using Photoshop and a bit of AI, I created the perfect box with my character, and this is how it turned out. My red-haired character with the orange shirt matched the blue background and the flaming Easter egg model from Bio Valadares. Just print it out and it'll be perfect. This is the printed model. Now I'll make the folds, and once assembled, it looks like this, with the front and the back. Right here in my pocket, I have something I'm going to put inside the box. They're simply little firecrackers. This is going to be the best Easter egg surprise ever.
Now it's time to make my surprise. I had already sketched out exactly what I more or less want to create, which is a spooky vampire mouth, and right here I have some plain white fondant. I'm going to carefully place the drawing right on top. I'm going to cut it in the shape of this vampire mouth of ours. I've just cut it out, and I also made the details with a knife. Now we just need to paint it with food coloring that's safe to eat. My first surprise is almost ready because yes, there will be two. I bought this box of Babalu here because I'm going to need something very specific. I'm going to need the gooey part that's inside it. I took several of them out here and I'm going to open them up to fill them with the red liquid. Yeah, I think this is going to take a little while. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I made this really cool design with the channel's theme, and I'm going to print it on our printer, but with a special ink, a thermochromic ink. Now, with the custom sticker already printed out, I'm just going to stick it right here on our cup, and then, yes, I'll show you exactly what this special ink does.
Finally, I have removed all of the sticky red liquid from inside the Babalus, and now my very first treat is finally ready. We have the vampire mouth made of fondant and the red syrup made from Babalu. To make my second treat, I took some white chocolate and I am going to carefully melt it down and transform them into these white chocolate skulls. And for that, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to melt this chocolate in a double boiler. Now that it's melted, I'm going to take it out of the double boiler and put it in the skull mold. Now just put it in the fridge and wait for it to harden. Look how they turned out. Don't they look really spooky? Now with everything ready, all that's left is to wrap my gothic egg.
The sticker sticks better to the cup using the heat from a hairdryer. And now, yes, the surprise inside my egg is completely ready. So now the moment has come to show you the magic it does. As you can see, I have 2 glasses of water here, one with cold water and one with hot water. Basically, what this thing does is that it simply changes color when you pour a liquid at a different temperature. So in the case of cold water, just look at how our cup changes color literally instantly. That way, just check out how incredibly cool my cup looks now, man. It looks totally and completely different. And if you want to see your cup return to the way it was before, you just have to adjust the temperature of the liquid to something much hotter, and the cup goes back to its original color really quickly. Seriously, is this or is this not the coolest cup you've ever seen? Now that all the gifts are ready, it's time to make the packaging and see the final result.
To put together my packaging, first I need to find the most important thing, the box. And since I know there are a bunch of boxes here in the storage room, I should be able to find some kind of black box lying around. All of these here are being used. It looks like this one isn't being used, and it's just the way I want it. It's a black box on the outside, and it has this plastic film here so we can see what's inside. This is the one. We've already got the very first part, but we're missing something else very important. The sticker with the logo. So I think I'm going to make an image or design it myself. So we can print it and stick it right here.
Now this is the most important moment of the video. It's the moment when I'm going to simply take this drawing off the paper and literally bring it to life. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is digitize this drawing and try to make some changes using Photoshop. And after a lot of work and help from ChatGPT, I managed to develop a digitized packaging where I enhanced the drawing around it and left the center completely transparent to show off the cup.
I'm already messaging a print shop here, guys. And I sent them a photo of my project so they can make a sticker that looks a lot like this. I also asked them to make some cute bunny stickers to go along with my freebie.
As cool as the drawing turned out, I need to bring it into reality. I opened ChatGPT and now I'm going to take a picture of my drawing and ask the chat the following. Make this image completely realistic and in a format for me to package an Easter egg. So, perfect, I sent it.
I just finished putting together the design that's gonna be the sticker for my Easter egg, and I think it turned out really cool. Now I just need to print it on sticker paper. Check out how my sticker turned out. I think it turned out way better than the version I was planning. And this is how the packaging for my Easter egg turned out. It turned out so beautiful, it even looks like an Easter coffin. Now I just need to put in the Easter egg and the gift, and my Gothic Easter egg will be ready.
I had to get this packaging printed, but now that it's already printed, I just have to put everything together and make my egg look really nice. I'll start by simply wrapping my egg in aluminum foil. This is going to be very important not only to protect it, but also to enhance its appearance. From the outside, our cup and our egg will look like one.
I just received my stickers. Now I'm going to put them on my eggs packaging. I'm going to use this sheet and cut it in half so one part will be the front and this one will be the back. I finished sticking the stickers all over my packaging, guys, and it turned out really cool. My idea is to put the field egg on one side and my gift on the other. So guys, here I'm going to put my bracelet with the stickers I bought and cover it with a Jess sticker. These are the stickers that will come as a bonus. Just look at it. I asked the print shop to surprise me and they even made a drawing of me.
My friends, ChatGPT simply generated the best image I've ever seen. Look how cool this is. Biel Valadares' flaming Easter egg, and it even has my symbol down here, full of Easter eggs and the sun underneath. How cool! Let's print it out and package our egg.
So that I can put my egg inside this box and it doesn't keep falling or rolling around, I'm going to use purple cellophane paper. I'll start by placing my very Gothic, very Victorian egg in here along with the cellophane paper. And the fondant shaped like a vampire's mouth, along with Babaloo's tail, and finally the skulls made of white chocolate, just to add a little bit of extra charm. And Morgana's macabre egg turned out like this. I think it turned out amazing. I'm definitely going to win.
And finally, we're just going to close up our packaging, just like this. Now I'm just sealing my egg with a ribbon and already sticking on the label with all the specifications I imagined for my little egg. Since I'm very confident that if I win, this egg will be distributed all over Brazil, I already finished it with that in mind.
And the surprise turned out like this. Now I'm putting my egg in, the most difficult mission. Here is my wonderful egg, and now I'll fit it in here, the most anticipated part of all. Oh guys, how cute! Now you just close it like this and you're all finished.
Back from the print shop, and here's the result. This one is for the packaging and this one is my drawing separately. Now I'm going to stick the cellophane paper on and the packaging is going to look great. Our cellophane paper is open and now we can wrap our flaming egg. And that's how my Easter egg turned out. Everything's ready. Now let's move on to the final evaluation.
Let's analyze the packaging one by one. Biel really put effort into the colors. From what I understood, he wanted his packaging to evoke fire. I thought the colors matched really well and the packaging turned out super cool. He named the egg Biel Valadares Flaming Easter Egg. Now, Jesse used a really cool concept of making an egg that comes in a sturdy package. That helps protect the egg, and she used red and pink colors. The back is red and white, but I felt like there were still some elements missing here. I think it's simple. Morgana's packaging couldn't have been any other way. The color? Black, that I already expected. But she even wrote Morgana's macabre Easter egg and put an anime of herself on it. The egg inside the box was also innovative. I like the creativity. As for Enaldinho like Biel, he also chose the traditional plastic packaging, but his packaging is transparent, which lets us see that there's already a gift inside. He also put a label with all the information about the egg. It's made of milk chocolate, weighs 120 grams, and comes with a cup that changes color with cold liquid. Let's start by opening Biel's egg. Biel's egg is really well packaged. He put 2 different ribbons to make it harder for us to open. And there are several layers of plastic too.
Wow! What did he do? He drew flames on his egg. In terms of looks, Biel really surprised us. Now let's see what kind of special gift he included. It is Biel's flaming Easter egg, and there is a little face of him here on the back. Seriously, Biel? A flaming egg, and your idea was to put puppets inside? I'm gonna throw it here on the table, and that's cool. I like this, you know? Let's go to the third category, which is taste. The chocolate is soft, but the flavor is a bit bland. Now let's try Jesse's special egg. This egg is almost very creamy indeed. It stuck to a part where I don't think it was supposed to stick. Let me take this little brigadeiro out of here and put it in the right place. This side is creamy, but what about this side here? Let's see what came with it. It came with a spoon for us to eat the creamy egg. There were also several stickers inspired by Jessie. Look at her little red hair. And finally, there was this little bowl. Let me see what kind of prize is in here. I think this is the main prize. Oh, no way. There's a little bracelet with a bunny on it. I think Jessie's idea was to make a commemorative Easter bracelet. I loved the prize. And now let's try the flavor of this creamy egg. It looks like half is strawberry and half is ninho. The flavor actually surprised me. But there is a minor problem. I think Jessie added too much powdered milk. I can feel the powder inside. Time to try Morgana's egg. Morgana went all out on her egg, and besides that, she sent some little skull-shaped chocolates as a bonus. But I don't think that's the main prize, right? Let's see if there's anything in here. There's nothing inside. Wait a second, I think I see something here in the box. This here is a mouth, and this is a mysterious potion. What exactly does that mean? Let me open this and smell it to see what it is. It smells sweet. It seems like a syrup, a strawberry filling. But if this is the prize, my review is that I already don't like it. Now, let's get right to what matters here and try out Morgana's black egg. It has a rather bland chocolate shell. Now, let's try the last egg, which is Enaldino's. Its packaging is also really tightly wrapped. The prize from Enaldino is simply a cup that promises to change color. Let's test it first with cold water. Wow, it's gradually shifting its color as the cup slowly fills up. Before, the cup was kind of gray and a very light pink. Now it's red and black. The cup is now already totally empty. Let's go. Wow, it is almost like magic. It completely returned to its previous color. And Aldino really nailed it with this color-changing cup. I don't know how he managed to do this, but here it is. Now it is time to try his egg, which, look, came very well packaged besides the main packaging. Wow, this is a really smooth egg, very chocolatey. Let's see if it's really tasty. One of the best chocolates I've eaten here today. And Aldino really surprised me in terms of flavor, gift, and packaging. After all the evaluations, I decided that the egg that will be manufactured and sold throughout Brazil will be Enaldino's egg.
I knew my egg was going to win. Yeah, guys, this dream really is coming true. This egg I made is really going to be distributed all over Brazil. So people who want to see the cup changing color in person will be able to. And besides that, we're also launching another cup that's really different and comes with the legendary power bracelet. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I was really happy with the result of these eggs.